Hello, it's Adam Morrison. When it comes to top-tier contracting, my go-to choice is McGilvery Environmental. I know a thing or two about excellence, and that's exactly what you'll find with Kip McGilvery and his team. They're not just any contractor, they're the best in Spokane and North Idaho. From start to finish, they ensure your project is completed with the highest quality results. With years of experience and expertise, they handle it all. New construction, meticulous repairs, asphalt paving for residential and commercial properties, excavation, and even environmental remediation. So why wait? Reach out to Kip McGilvery Environmental today by calling 208-556-6384 for your free estimate. Don't forget to mention my name, Adam Morrison, and experience the difference McGilvery Environmental brings to the table. Again, that's 208-556-6384, McGilvery Environmental. My number one choice for all my contracting needs. M4 CPA is a family-owned accounting firm passionate about helping businesses and their owners create a secure future for their families. They pride themselves on the quality of their work and put their clients first, ensuring they get the attention and care they deserve. Their mission is to provide exceptional accounting services to help you achieve your financial goals. M4 CPA is all about building long-term relationships based on trust, integrity, and transparency. With a team of experienced professionals, they offer personalized solutions to meet your needs. If you're a Perimeter listener, here's an exclusive offer for you. Mention the Perimeter podcast when you reach out to M4 CPA and get a free business consultation to assess your financial strategies. So, if you're looking for an accounting firm that truly cares about your business, trust M4 CPA. Accounting you can trust with a personal touch. Learn more at m4cpa.com. Welcome to the Perimeter, Season 5, Episode 7, presented by McGilvery Environmental, Idaho Central Credit Union, and M4 CPA. This is a preview of the Players Era Tourney. We got number 8 Alabama coming up. It's going to be a terrific game. They put one on St. John's earlier in the season, kind of woke everybody up. And then Maryland. That'll be interesting. We just had a really big loss of one of their best inside players. People probably saw that going around the internet. It was an ugly injury. Hopefully the kid's okay. But we'll talk about this tournament's a little bit unique in the sense that, every year Gonzaga is lucky enough, and I think hopefully fans understand this, to be involved in good Thanksgiving tournaments. Like it's a real thing. They're tournament boosters, resume boosters. They're obviously cool for recruiting. They're great for our fans that, can travel and make that an experience, even whether it's in Portland or then, obviously the two tropical ones. We go to the, Hawaii, then we go to the Bahamas, and then there's been the Disney one. Yeah. And then now there's this Vegas one. So it's cool for people that want to break up the, having Thanksgiving at home or whatever and go somewhere warm. Get to watch your favorite team that you may not be able to watch at home, blah, blah, blah. Watch other good basketball. So, yeah, like us being in this field is pretty special. But like you kind of have to remind yourself every once in a while, especially with Gonzaga. We talk about it when it comes to NCAA tournament time. We got a pretty good guys. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's I think you got to ground yourself a little bit. And I think that with your sports teams, you have to do that as well. Is remind yourself where other people are at. It just helps you appreciate more is what I'm trying to get at. And it's nice that I get to travel to the Vegas, right, and Maui and Bahamas and blah, blah, blah. So the field, okay, so Rutgers, Tennessee, Creighton, Baylor, Kansas, Notre Dame, St. John's, Iowa State, Houston, Syracuse, Auburn, Oregon, Gonzaga, Alabama, Michigan, San Diego State, UNLV, Maryland. That's the first slate of games, okay, so that's all the teams, right? So you're guaranteed 2 games. Obviously, we're playing number 8 Alabama. That's going to be a highly touted game, but the games before us are terrific. Actually, my neighbor at the lake, their son, Blake Buchanan, goes to Iowa State, so I'm going to go try to catch them, the kid from Lake City. So I'll probably see them down there. That's kind of cool. Just cool little side note, but I'm going to watch him live. Great kid, good basketball player, went to Virginia, then transferred to Iowa State. Great fit for him. That's awesome. So anyway, it's a terrific field. And then the next day you play who we just mentioned. We're going to play Maryland. But what's odd is all the 2-0 teams, they'll reshuffle, and all the 101 teams, they'll shuffle, and then all the 0-2 teams, they'll reshuffle, and then you'll play who knows who. And so I've heard some mumbling on people not exactly fans of it because of, from my understanding, I may be wrong, but teams have done this tournament the year before, and if you go 0 for 2, I think you have to play on Thanksgiving.
On Thanksgiving, yeah.
Or I think one year they played them the Friday after.
Jesus.
So, like, if you're a fan, how do you can't plan for that. It's impossible.
Right.
Like, it just, and then also, if you don't know until, like, the night before, how do you scout? And now people are like, well, it's like the NCAA tournament. It's like, yeah, but you see the two teams that you're going to play, and then you just have a plan for both of them.
Right.
And if you're a high seed and the 15's playing the 2, you probably spend more time on the 2. Just saying. Yeah. And then, the not lower end assistants, but the whatever has a breakdown of the 15 just in case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so that part is kind of odd from what I've heard. The reason why this tournament has gotten popular, one, Vegas is an easy destination. It's obviously great to go there in what is it, November? Yeah, November, right? Like, it's probably going to be 70 degrees, plenty to do. It's easy to get to, all the Vegas stuff. You know, Vegas kind of sucks now. It's so expensive. Like, it just is. Blah, blah, blah. I can go on a rant about that. It's just like coming and going every time they get you for something. There's no deals anymore. That's my point. It used to be the deal. When you go lose money on the tables, but you got like $8.99 like steak and lobster or whatever. You know what I mean? Or like
now it's more expensive.
Yeah, now it's just everything's more expensive.
Yeah.
But destination place to go to. But every team gets $1 million in NIL, is my understanding, for the tournament. So whatever that means. Now obviously you gotta, I think you have to buy a certain amount of tickets. Obviously, I think you have to put yourself up. So you're probably netting. I'm not 100% sure, but just fuzzy math, probably 650 to 800, whatever that counts to. So that's a nice little deal.
Yeah, for
right?
sure.
So especially when you're teams that always has to raise money for NIL, and you're not, these major conference powerhouses that, have a $1 billion allotment. We're good at NIL, but we're not Ohio State football, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, I always got to make that clear. Like, we're right in the neighborhood, but we're not, like, there's some that are like, holy shit, like BYU can pay a guy $8 million, one player. Like, we would never do that.
Right.
Okay. So that's my point, is having that, deal to pay players is terrific. Right. So I think, don't quote me on this, but I think they want at least a 2-year commitment on this tournament. So we might be in it next year.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to get at. Not a bad place to go. But again, if you go 0 for 2, I don't want to be in Vegas on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I want to be home.
Right.
Yeah. Or Friday. You know what I'm saying? So like, as much as Vegas is fun, I'd rather have, turkey and mashed potatoes with my kids. And a lot of 99% of the people probably say the same thing, unless you're a complete degen.
Right.
So I think Alabama's going to be a terrific game. We played them, what was it, 4 years ago at Climate Pledge? 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
3 years ago, got blown out. And it was I think it was kind of like their, I don't know, coming out party, but it was kind of like announced them like, well, we're really good. Like, I got this program rolling in the right direction. Because whenever you think Alabama, you automatically think football. Yeah. Of course, yeah. But you're like, this team is, Sweet 16, Elite 8, Final Four creeping the last 5 years, 4 or 5 years. Like, and they're legitimately talented. They play a fun style. Obviously, they have a backing. They have enough, fun, money to compete in that league. The SEC is terrific in basketball as well. So, this is going to be a game that's probably one of the better ones to watch as far as style. They play as analytic as you can get. Layup or three. Obviously, they'll take a few jumpers, layup or three. Yeah. And so, if you want to watch high-level basketball with a ton of threes, this is the game for you. They have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys averaging double figures. Aiden Holloway's leading with 21 points a game. Is that LeBaron? LeBaron Fillon is averaging 19.3. And then they have, like I said, 4 other guys averaging 12.5 and below.
Yeah.
Fantastic team.
Yes.
Usually guard laden. Like I said, score in the 90s, 91 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
They'll give up some. They're kind of like a poor man's, and poor man's is it's not a knock, but it's the only way I can describe it. Like the LMU, in the 90s when they had Hank Gathers and they just played fucking bonkers, but it was fun to watch, scoring 115. They play that style, but obviously with more leash on it and understanding. But
Yeah.
wide open, open three, take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or drive it as hard, like literally drive it as hard as you can. And if you have to barrel over somebody, but like every piece that we move on the perimeter, there's a reason. So when you drive, I know I have a skip, I have a dump down, I have a swivel back, or you shoot the layup. You know what I mean? Like but it's crazy. And if I spray it out, even if you're running against a contest, either side dribble, stay behind the line, or just launch it. And it's going to be fun to watch. But it's really going to test how we are defensively on the perimeter. Like, we've been really good so far, switching everything, but this is a team where you have to be dialed in on the pick and roll coverages, especially if you're on the weak side. Do I tag? Do I hold? Do we give up some layups every once in a while because they want you to rotate and then get the spray out threes and create the, just get you disorganized.
Yeah.
To where you make a mistake and they make threes.
Yeah.
They've taken 105 and they're shooting 33%. So it's not like lights out. But they've played, what is that? Three games. So whatever that is, 30 a game, 32 a game.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Something like that. Yeah. 3 times. It's 90. So 32, 96, 33 a game.
Yeah.
So whatever. 34.
High volume. Yeah.
High volume. Shoot a ton of threes, downhill, always fun to watch. So this is a terrific matchup for us. Obviously, can they guard us inside? That's going to be the question. If our 2 big lefties play good, it's a matchup for them. But it'll be nice to have kind of a week or 5 days to prepare for them.
Yeah,
because it is a full. Pay attention, DHOs, are we going over the top? You might go over the top on certain guys. You probably can't go over on such and such. Like, it's one of those games that you got to get an A+ on all the actions. Now, are they the 95 Bulls? No.
Right.
But if you are late on stuff and, if you come out with flat energy, they'll do what they did to us 3 years ago. And I know it's a totally different team, but it's the same exact style.
Right.
My point is, if you get caught and you're late, especially in transition, they can make 4 threes in a row, and then you look up and you're down 12. Oh, my God. And then you start pressing, right?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, shit, we got to come back. That's what they did to us at Climate Pledge, and we just couldn't find the mojo. But they take good threes. They take a lot of them. And if you're watching, some of them, you're like, Jesus, man, like all of us older guys, that are like flashback to your high school days, and your coach be like, if you ever shoot that shot again, I'm throwing you off the team. Like, they'll shoot some of those. But also, it's just analytically, that's what they believe in.
Right.
And they got it rolling down there. So I'm really looking forward to this matchup. I think it's going to be, terrific. And, I'm excited to see how we match up challenge-wise to them.
Yeah. We haven't faced a team yet that's really like gone lights out on the threes.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I feel like that was last year. That was kind of what took us out of multiple games and over the history of Gonzaga or the last couple of years. Is just like, if a team gets rolling early, like especially when we get down by like 10 or 12 early, that's when it gets a little like scary. What does Gonzaga do well against the 3 that you've seen so far this year?
Well, our ability to switch multiple positions, and I've talked about this, especially in the previous seasons. Our best teams defensively are the ones that can switch basically 1 through 4. If you can go 1 through 5, you're really good. Mm-hmm. The Chet years, obviously the Final Four, the 21 team was the best we've ever had because we could switch everything.
Right.
The only guy that couldn't switch was Drew, but they could hide him. And usually teams didn't have, a pick and pop 3. And then we would just funnel everything away from them if we could. But if you think of that lineup, that was dangerous because we just switched everything. It just takes away all your actions. You can lane out. Yeah, it's just it's so hard. So we have that ability because Tyon's a terrific defender in my opinion. Jalen's he's gonna be defensive. He's gonna be a chance to be defensive player of the year in the conference. Okay, I think Braden Smith's quick, smart, tough. I think Mario's a good defender too. Plays hard. I think Steele's a competent defender. You always get the shooter white guy everybody thinks can't guard. Like, when has he been cooked this year? I haven't seen it. He moves his feet. He gets his hands up. He chests guys. Like, he's fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like the only one that would be a little bit on the scary side in that regards, just based off of size, would be Graham. But actually, if you watch the last season and a half, especially on ball screen coverages, he makes a conscious effort to move his feet and be long.
Right.
He's not lazy at all. So I think we have the ability. It's the mental breakdowns that scare you. And that's not a knock on our team. It's just in general. Because they're going to run a lot of actions, and there's going to be a lot of normal rules that you were taught since fourth grade shell. Oh, I'm the guy on the baseline. There's a naked roll guy. I got to tag him. Corner, boot, skip, 3. No, man. Sometimes you don't tag, and you make him throw it, and the guy makes a layup. But it doesn't mean you want to do it all game. But sometimes you got to make a choice.
Gotcha.
Or if it's going swing, and the next swing guy's a 45%, and the first guy's catching is a 32, you need to shade the pass and make the 32 guy drive it. And sometimes it looks like, oh, he got blown by. It's like, no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's more of a pro look at it. Like, sometimes you have to make a business decision on who you give it up to. And sometimes a guy that you're like, well, he only averages 8 and he had 16. Yeah, there's a reason he had 16. He was open the whole time.
Right.
But we won. But the guy that averages 28, we held him to 19. Do you see what I'm saying? You see what I mean? So that is, for me, is having the time to prepare is going to help us, obviously. But you can't get an F on this test. You can't get a C on this test.
Yeah.
You got to get an A on how you're guarding all their actions. And it's no crazy actions that you've never seen before. And then transition. You got to get back because they are a team that will throw ahead and he'll let you shoot it at the first side. I'm like, go ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so and that's sometimes it's not even a lack of effort. Sometimes you just have some bad misses and they carry them right to perfect boom, boom, boom. And I think that's what happened 3 years ago. It's not like our guys weren't playing hard, but it was like, oh, weird miss, and then whack, 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 and you look up, we're like, oh shit, we're down 9, and nobody has a sweat yet, and the whole arena's like dead silent. It was like, Alabama, I thought we were like football. Like, what the hell? And then, but they've been great ever since.
Yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to this matchup. I think it's terrific. It's cool that these two styles, because we're really good offensively, obviously too. So they're going to have to guard our inside presence. We like to play fast, but if we don't shoot the 3 comparable to them, it's going to be tough sledding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now we're playing out of neutral. I know this sounds funny, but brand new basketball. Hopefully that's on our side too.
Yeah.
And I talk about that at the NCAA tournament. People laugh at it, but some guy on Twitter 2 years ago did a deep dive into it, and he's right, and I'm right. Is like when you get to these neutral sites or NCAA tournament, they literally grab a basketball out of the plastic. Here you go, guys.
Oh, wow.
And the rims are usually tighter and shit. And no, if you look at the NCAA tournament every year, people bitch. They're like, because sometimes it's a bad product as far as scoring wise, it's a bad product. Well, the NCAA, there's actually a machine that it measures if the basket's at 10 feet, and then it measures the rim tightness, I guess is the best way you can describe it. There's a level, just like in a level of a football, how far it can be inflated. There's a level that a room can be as loose or as tight.
Yeah.
So it used to be like back in the day, you'd go to some gyms and the rim would be like super loose. I loved loose rims.
Right.
The ball go in and bounce to go in. They always keep it on the firmer side.
Yeah.
Plastic ball, brand new ball, bang. You know, you just watch some NCAA tournaments like nobody can shoot. It's like because you guys, the ball's fucking brand new and the rim's tight. So my point is, maybe we get that a little bit
Right.
for them. Now, it was a long rant, but that's a real thing. Neutral site, you never know. It's brand new ball. But anyway,
that's curious. This is a really random question, but you know when you get a ball and it's like it says you pump it up to like 7 or 9 psi.
That's another thing.
Where does like NCAA keep the balls at, like ball at? Do they go to like the eight and a half?
That's a really good question. There's probably an answer on Google, but they probably go right in the middle at 8. But with game balls, they let people decide.
Okay.
But is what I used to do. Well, I still do it when I coach. Like we'd go to these big tournaments, and sometimes there's like an official ball. Like one year, it's those those orange Wilson balls.
Yeah.
That everybody uses, but I don't think a lot of players like it. They're good when they're broken in, but when they're brand new, they're like fucking awful. Like they're terrible basketballs when they're brand new. But they leave them pumped up at these high school tournaments. I'd always keep a needle in my pocket and I'd before the game and deflate it. Yeah. It wasn't like an advantage. Like all the hoopers are like, yes, please, like take some of the air out of it because they're just so hard, and the balls, girls are dribbling and it's just flying everywhere. It's like. These are all D1 girls. Like, they're not just dribbling it out of bounds. Like, I'd say that to refs, and I'm like, you guys, the ball is inflated too much.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, yeah. And then some of them would look, like take it, and some would have a needle in their pocket, too, and go, shh.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I mean? Because he's like, just before the game, like, dude, the thing is like a rock. Anyway, that happens in the NCAA, so that's a good point, too. Like, heavy inflated ball, brand new out of the plastic. I'm not even kidding. Their argument is always, well, we use them for the... for the 2 days when they do the warm-up fucking practices or whatever, which they're kind of broken in, but I don't know. Anyway, it's a useless rant. You might want to edit this bullshit.
No, wait, well,
you know what I mean?
We could have said it here, but
yeah, it's just like
just curious.
No, I know it's crazy when you play at these neutrals. So anyway, this Alabama game is going to be terrific. It's a contrasting style as far as
the perimeter. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
It's time for Home Team Rewards. Zag fans, get your Bulldog branded ICCU Premier Rewards Visa credit card, the only card where you can earn rewards for everyday purchases while giving back to Gonzaga University. Choose from a Visa Rewards card with a lower rate or a Premier Rewards card with maximum rewards. With no annual fees, card control, and next-level security, you can spend smart from tap to app. Zags, rejoice! Find your card at iccu.com/GoZags on approved credit.
This Alabama game is going to be terrific. It's a contrasting style as far as our bread and butter is inside. Their bread and butter is usually on the perimeter. Their big guys are always good too, though, because they're pick and dive guys that can, like, you have to be skilled. So, like, just because they're not like all they're probably guys that can stretch and shoot a little bit. So my point is, like, they're just not going to be back to the basket bigs. They're still going to be good, right? Because if you're playing in that system, pick and dive, you're playing one-on-one with one dribble, everybody's spaced, awesome. Yeah. Now you just jump up and shoot jump hooks, or you get an angle on a guy, and it's simple then. That's easy basketball then. You're just playing one-on-one. So yeah, I'm really excited. Like I said, having the 5 days or 5 practices, whatever we're going to have to prepare is really useful, obviously.
Right.
And then having played them before, I know it's new, but having the familiarity of like, okay, guys, we could tell you on film, but we've seen it. They will shoot it from 30 feet right away, and it will go in sometimes. So don't look at us, go, whoa. Or, we tell you to go over the top every DHO, no matter the length. And the one time you're like, well, he's at 27 feet, and I've always gone under my entire life because nobody shoots it. Nobody's shooting it. So, but I think personnel-wise, we're much better matched up in theory than we were those 3 years ago, as far as defensively out on the perimeter. But we haven't had to play a team that just spaces you like that. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to it. So now on to Maryland. After that, hopefully we get a win. We're playing Maryland no matter what. Decent team, 3-1 so far. Lost to Georgetown, but beat Coppin State, Alcorn, and at Marquette, which Marquette traditionally is a good program.
Yeah.
So it's a big win. It's a program that's historically good. It's gotten kind of back to being relevant. They're never not irrelevant, but like top 50-ish,
right?
If that makes sense. Had a really good start to the season. They had a really good big Pharrell Payne, and just had this horrific injury recently. He was an 18 and what was he, an 18-7 guy, shooting almost 88% from the field, 71 from the field, 87 from free throw line, like a good, really good, strong NBA type big, had a horrific knee injury. So my point is to bringing that up. Inside, they're going to look way different. Team focus, you got to wonder too when you see a brother go down like that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like how they're going to react. Obviously, they're going to have a game previous to us, but also it's like one of those deals. Who they playing? UNLV, and they get the last game. So, and theoretically, we'll get more rest than them. But it's a game that should be favored, but it's not a walk in the park, and that's why you go to these things.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of those deals. Like obviously, it's NCAA tournament. You get a day in between, but not in these. But it's we've done this in Maui and in Bahamas, blah blah blah. So it's gonna be quick turnaround. How good are you? Is playing different style, scout, all those things. We've always been good at that. But it's obviously a new crew, so that's something I'll be looking for. And then obviously how they're going to guard us inside with the injury that just happened. So
Yeah.
I think it's a good matchup. Obviously, like I said, we're favored, but it's not a walk in the park. And it's not one of those where like our style is just will overwhelm them. Personnel wise, like no, we're personnel wise probably a little bit better, but this is what are they in the Big Ten now or whatever? So, like this is a good or whatever the hell they're in ACC Big Ten Big Ten I think still. Or they moved to the Big Ten, I thought.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, so like it's a good game for us, and it could turn into like a quad 2 theoretically if we win. That's a big if, and so obviously this is going to be a great tournament for us. I'm excited for both games, and then it's a TBD for that third game.
Maryland is in the Big Ten.
See, I was right. There we go.
And yeah, I mean, looking at who we could play, obviously the big one who was ranked really high right now is Houston. They're ranked second in the nation, and
Oregon would be an interesting one.
Oregon
too.
would be good, interesting too. Yeah,
they base it off of. Sorry to cut you off. They go. What's that? Here it is. So the Players Era Tournament Championship is decided through a format that includes group play followed by a championship round based on team performance. Initial stage, the tournament begins with group play or round-robin format. Championship qualification, teams that go undefeated 2-0 after their first two games automatically qualify for the championship and third-place games. Tiebreakers, if more than one team is undefeated or if a one-on-one team needs to be seeded into the final group, tiebreakers are usually to determine the matchups. Whatever is better on TV is what they're trying to tell you.
right.
That's it.
Because I guarantee you, if Houston and Gonzaga go 2-0 and they were close games, they're going to want to see Gonzaga and Houston in the championship.
Or Gonzaga, Oregon,
Yeah.
but the Houston would probably get a little bit bigger number from a college basketball standpoint, but from a North... Well, actually, we won't play... We probably shouldn't play Oregon because we're going to play them later this year.
Yeah.
So I bet you that's probably one of our things, like, even if we're both 2-0, why we don't need to play each other twice.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. So if we go 2-0, Houston Gonzaga rematch of last year's great, what was that, round of 32 or whatever it is it's called now, third round or whatever it is. Go to the Sweet 16 was a terrific game. Yeah, really excited for this tournament. I think it's going to be great for our guys. I think they're ready. This team has played terrific. I think we're ranked the 18th now or something. We go up a little bit.
So as we record this, we are now ranked 13th in the nation.
Nice.
So
Good
we
for
went up quite a bit after the previous week. And and there's just so many teams in this tournament that are ranked. Like Tennessee's ranked, Kansas is ranked, is Baylor ranked? Not on here, but like. No. But yeah, there's just so like Notre Dame, Kansas,
Iowa State's good,
St. John's. It's just like
it's a great tournament.
The question I was going to ask you about, like Hawaii or Maui or Battle for Atlantis, like those aren't NIL. They're not. You're getting TV money, right?
In theory, no, I don't know. I don't. I think you get put up, but I don't think you get. Anyway, that's a good. I don't know the answer to that, but the draw to that is it's good for your boosters. Obviously, it's cool to play in that thing. Yeah. Everybody gets to take a load off. It's a good recruiting thing. The money return back, I don't know that question.
Okay.
I really don't. And it's the NIL era, so maybe it changes.
Yeah.
But I know, like, just like all sports, bills got to be paid. And so, like, I don't know who's behind this tournament, players era, but like what the big money is behind it. And it wouldn't surprise me if it's like, a Dubai thing or something, just like live golf, and you know what I'm saying? Like
definitely
they're trying to get into a lot of sports, and God bless them. Awesome.
Well,
Sweet.
To your point, when you were talking off camera, you mentioned like look at the Atlantis like field, and it's considerably a lot low, like different field from last year. It's Colorado State, St. Mary's, South Florida, Vanderbilt, VCU, Virginia Tech, Western Kentucky, and Wichita State. Like those are good teams in there, but like there's no like blue blood.
Yeah. Well,
like,
it's just everything's more expensive to go to now. I mean, and then like also too, when you go to these tournaments, you obviously want your fan base to go, but like, what's your demographic like? Or can you sell the tickets that they give? Right. That's the other part, and like that's how you get invited back too. Is like Gonzaga. We've been going to Maui since before I got there,
right?
And we've always traveled well there. But our demographics is private school. It's pretty different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just the reality of it. So anyway, I think this is a good tournament. It's exciting. This Alabama game is going to be great, and then it's nothing to shake our heads at. This Maryland game is going to be terrific too. So the fans are going to have a terrific time.
We're not going to have a foundation player of the week.
Yeah, there's no game
because there's no game. We beat Southern Utah.
Yeah,
hopefully I'll edit that out. But our stat of the week presented by M4 CPA is, and something I pulled was, I wanted to know what our historical record was during the Thanksgiving under Mark Few, and we are 45-13 and during Thanksgiving, and that doesn't really mean much to what this week is, but like to have a 45-13 record during Thanksgiving when we're playing a ton is
really good.
Is really, really good.
Yeah, well, and the level of competition too. Like we're not playing the the kind of softer tournaments. We're always in the Maui, like you said, Battle for Atlantis. We were the PK80, so then, and then the Disney one was big. Yeah, that year that we went to the Final Four. Blah blah blah. So it's pretty special that we get to play in these, and then we're usually at least competing for the championship in them. And 34-7 in the last 10 Thanksgiving tournaments. So that's even blah blah. So yeah, I think this is a true test for us. But the field is great. If you're a college basketball fan, this is one of the best tournaments you've seen in a long time. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be curious to see how it goes. I think it's on TBS, is what it said.
Either that or TNT.
TNT, yeah, the same. Yeah, Turner Broadcasting.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be. Kind of curious what kind of coverage we get nationally.
Yeah, that will be.
Wink, wink. You know what I'm saying?
Because they lost NBA, right?
Yes, but I think last year it was on the same network because they do the NCAA tournament because it's the same umbrella, right? One of the networks didn't really talk about that. You know what I'm saying? So like that's my point. It's like
gotcha.
But listen to us on the radio.
Yeah, listen.
But yeah, I keep forgetting to say this too at the end of it. Like if you're obviously a fan, 590 KQNT on iHeart, it's easy to find. You just 590 KQNT and you'll find the exact station. Yeah, there's nothing you got to do. It goes right on your phone. You know what I mean? You don't have to pay anything for iHeart. And then 96.1 FM if you're local, it sounds a little bit different. I actually like AM better. Listening to sports, I don't know. It just
it sounds more like radio.
It's just sports radio. You know what I mean? But because I have people come up to me all the time, like, "How do I find you guys?" I'm like, "It's on iHeart, man. Like, we're not like this. Is not this is not hard. Like even my folks can do it. I've had to walk them through it a little bit, but once they get it, they're like, oh, it's just on that. I'm like, yeah.
The way I find games when we're like because I listen live at the home games is I type in 96.1 Spokane, and then it just gives me to the link where I can just like click on the browser and
this is perfect.
Listen to it right there.
Yeah.
And because like there was another app that I was using that was it's inconsistent if I can find it or not.
Yeah.
But it is like it like just listen on like on local. It's
yeah. Well, the point is like if you want to because it's obviously the Janet Jackson rule. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. So you can't sync it live. But if you want to listen to the hour pregame and postgame, that's where we kind of delve into what's going to happen live, like going into the game. So that, obviously helps you have some knowledge before. And then you can just watch it on television. I'm cool, man. I get that. But it used to be able to sync it, but that is a 5-second delay or whatever it is.
You can, I mean, like if you're watching like live on like on cable TV where you're like plugged in and you're not streaming, you can't do that. But if you're streaming, you can do it. I did it on Friday when you're down in Arizona State, and you just have to time it
Perfect,
perfectly,
yeah.
and it's kind of a pain in the ass to do.
I'm sure that's what I'm saying. Like it's probably after a while you're like, okay.
And I actually don't mind listening to it on delay because I'm getting everything behind a little bit, and I'm just kind of getting the reactions of what you and Tom are reacting to the game, which is sometimes better than whatever broadcast is up. Nothing against local or anything, but like national stuff, I rather listen to you guys.
Yeah. No, a lot of people. That's just like for any sport. Like the local is because it's more in depth.
Yeah. So on to our Ask Adam question presented by Idaho Central Credit Union. The question I have comes from A. Simpson off of Instagram. The Perimeter will be right back after a word from our sponsor.
It's time for Home Team Rewards. Zag fans, get your Bulldog branded ICCU Premier Rewards Visa credit card, the only card where you can earn rewards for everyday purchases while giving back to Gonzaga University. Choose from a Visa Rewards card with a lower rate or a Premier Rewards card with maximum rewards. With no annual fees, card control, and next level security, you can spend smart from tap to app. Zags, rejoice! Find your card at iccu.com/GoZags on approved credit.
Idaho Central Credit Union. The question I have comes from A. Simpson off of Instagram. Their question is, Gonzaga's up by 2, shot clock is off, and the other team has the ball. Who do you have on the court?
We're down 2?
We're up by 2.
Oh,
and
okay.
the shot clock is off.
And they have the ball? Okay. I want Jalen on the floor. It's a good question. I want both our bigs, probably Tyon, and then honestly, you could flip a coin between the 2 guards.
Okay.
So that's Oh no, actually, hold on. Let me forget. I want Inocente instead of Tyon.
Yeah.
See, that's a loaded question though.
Right.
Because what do they have perimeter wise? Are they going for the win? Or they got 4 guards out there? So then I probably take off Braden.
Okay.
Huff.
You have Huff.
I don't want to, but then I put in Inocente, Jalen, Tyon. Take your pick with the guard, and then Graham.
Yeah.
You gotta have somebody to rebound. So my point is, I'm not trying to dodge the question. It's terrific. I got to see what's on the lineup.
Right.
That's so much has to do with basketball.
That's
like, who do you have out there? Now, the first one I said, if it's just a normal, quote unquote, traditional with 2 bigs or, power forward and a center, then I'm fine with that. If you have small, then I got to get Inocente and Tyon on the floor and Jalen on the floor somehow defensively.
So
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Reverse that, and we're down by 2. Is it you putting Tyon in? Is that who you want in?
If we're down 2, I have obviously both lefties in. I have Tyon in. I have Adam Miller in, and then take your pick with the guard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
And then, but also like the argument could easily made. All right, if we're down 2, like you got to have a steal on the floor,
right?
For shooting.
That's a good
so
point.
Again, like that's a trap question. You're gonna fucking.
Like we've mentioned multiple times this season. It's good. It's a good problem to have.
It's a good problem to have, but like. There's in those 2 situations, there's 6.5 that I would want on the floor. I know that's not the correct answer, but you got to let me look at what you're putting in. Again, what's the context of the game? Have you guys made a lot of threes? Who's guarding? I got to know that.
So much goes into it.
It does.
Yeah.
And that's why you have a staff. And that's why they're always, if you watch games, that's why they're always looking with a clipboard and everybody blocks who they're subbing in. It's so stupid. Like pretty soon they're just going to put up curtains. I'm serious.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Cause you can get those pop-up the curtains like you can in the NFL. I know it's the tent, but why can't you do that?
Yeah.
I swear to God, somebody's going to do it, and they're going to have to break a rule.
Yeah.
Or they're going to have to make it a rule. But if you notice, there's always an assistant, and they're like trying to see who's. It's like, oh my God, you got. It's just it's gotten to be, and I get it. You want to try to every advantage, but every team has like 10 polos behind the bench.
Yeah,
You're
there's
just
a
like,
lot of guys.
Oh
on the
my
bench.
God! Oh my God!
I mean, like on the bench, it goes all the way down to the entrance.
You watch other teams,
Yeah.
like, and this is not a knock, but like our buddy Tommy Lloyd down in Arizona, he has like 12 polos on his bench.
Wow.
Why not?
Yeah.
I want a guy for everything. Mm-hmm. One guy to tie the shoes, one guy to unlace them.
Yeah.
Who cares? I don't blame him. But like, if you look at the high major programs, you're like, what does that guy do? Yeah. You know, and a lot of them too sit behind the bench with the computers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're watching the game streaming, and then they're telling the coach if they should challenge or not. That's how that's how quick it's gotten now.
Gosh.
I know.
Yeah.
And it's like, what happened to our college basketball? Right? It's just so, but I get it. I do the same thing, especially if you have the resources. Like, give me literally every, if it's half a tenth of a percent of an advantage or 0.5%, like, give it to me.
It's more in the NBA, I'd imagine, right?
Oh, the NBA, you can get whatever. You can have fucking, there's a coach for every player. I'm not kidding. Like, almost. And some teams have the scouting departments that have X amount of scouts. Mm-hmm. And then G League, like, you can have, whatever you want.
Yeah.
And you literally have guys that, like, probably when they break down film, they watch just every single ball screen action from the last 3 games from the one guy. Tell me how many times he goes left, how many times he goes right. Tell me the shooting percentage. And now they probably, it's AI probably can map that stuff.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But back then you had to do it by watching it. Can you imagine watching, like, and I love basketball in general, but just that much hoops and just being like, this is fucking awful.
It's getting down to, like,
awful.
Our kids play 4th grade basketball, and there's teams that have those, like, Ozbot cams.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
we have them.
Yeah, and, like,
yeah.
And my daughter got beat by a team, like, 35-5, and I'm like, are you going to go back and watch that
Watch
video?
the film, I know. Yeah,
Like,
no, we have them, and it's, our parents, and it's actually good because they stream it.
Yeah,
so
it's
people can watch.
good for streaming.
It's good for streaming.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's like, because I started thinking, like, all right, like in 7th grade, if I still have this crew together, which I hope I do, are we going to start watching film? Like, because you have to learn how to watch film.
Yeah, no, it's
a skill.
It's a good, like, it's good once the kids start learning, like, seeing that, being able to watch something and, like, understand what's going on the court.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my son, like, I haven't watched Gonzaga games, and he's just, like, getting into, like, actions and, like, learning about
movement
on the court. And like, I'm like, watch how, like, because he plays a lot of, like, where Graham plays. I'm like, watch how Graham plays and, like, where he moves to. And but it is, there's so much analytics in basketball now.
It's bananas. Like, it's the amount of polos and, like, just the film that some guys watch in the breakdowns. Like I said, I love hoops, man, but like like watching the 3rd string guard come off like 8 ball screens for the stretch of like 6 games, and then you have to, like, include that in the scouting report just in case, but it's never gonna fucking happen. You know what I mean? But you're sitting there watching, like, oh my God, like, this is brutal, but basketball's awesome too. You know what I mean? Like, that's why college basketball and, like, professional basketball is not for the weak, man. Like, as far as coaching, like, you have to dedicate your life. Can you imagine? I mean, this is obviously true, but, like, football is even worse.
Yeah.
Football is way more precise. Mm-hmm. So, like, can you imagine that? Like, every snap, rewind, we run. I mean, like, literally. Watch this guy, he steps there. So if he takes 2 yards step, like, you go this way, like, it's crazy. Couldn't imagine it. That's why they have 18,000 coaches, though. I don't blame them.
Yeah. Last question. I don't think I've asked this in a couple of years during Thanksgiving, but what is your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
So we go back and forth. We're trying to do a prime rib this year. But we don't want to cook it. So if there's anybody that knows, it's going to be probably late, but, like, I've researched, maybe I'm not doing the right search, but, like, usually a restaurant in town lets you just buy a whole one, right?
Oh, you know what? There is somewhere locally that they were were promoting, and I'll find it for you.
Find it for me, please.
They're making like Thanksgiving dinners for people. Yeah.
Yeah. Like we want to get. I just want to get a prime rib. We like to make all the sides.
Yeah.
I don't mind turkey, but I never have to cook it, so it's hard to tell somebody to cook it.
Yeah.
And my sister usually always has to do it, and she's just always like, "This sucks." And she makes she's a great cook, but she's like, "This sucks," and I get it. I'm like, yeah. And then obviously the turkey sandwiches are good for like 2 days.
Yeah.
And then after you're like, okay, it's a lot of turkey.
Yeah.
But you don't want to throw it out because you just, like, don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
Because somebody took time to eat it or cook it, and you should eat it, and it's waste. Blah blah blah. And after a while, you're like, if we had prime rib, this thing would get killed the next day for breakfast.
And great sandwiches.
Yeah, exactly. Great sandwich. Like this is going to get eaten, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like steak and eggs tomorrow, and then a sandwich after. And if there's leftovers, I'm not telling anybody I'm gonna have the rest.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, we're not even like we've done Thanksgiving in our house the last 2 years, and we're like, we're not doing it this year because my wife's like, I do not want to sit in this kitchen for
it's
8 hours.
And also too, and like I cook a little bit, not a ton, but like I grill and stuff. And you know, when people come over, and sometimes we have a lot of people, you know, in the summertime, you lose your hunger when you're cooking the entire time.
Yeah.
It's weird. There's a term for it or whatever, but it's a real thing. Like you sit there and slave, and then you're like, I don't even want to just have a bite of mashed potatoes. I'm good or whatever. So I get where people are like, this is F this. So I want to I'm like, if anybody could make a prime rib, no joke, I'll pay whatever the normal going rate for a medium rare prime rib.
Perfect. Maybe I'll clip this before this episode comes out, and I'll put it on our Instagram.
Like somebody like a nice prime rib. Like the Morrison household wants a prime rib, but we don't. Like my sister could cook one. I could figure it out too, but it's one of those like you got to trial and error it.
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna make one, I need to make it in the summer. So if it does F up, it's not the end of the world.
A test kitchen.
Yeah. No, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, like it's too big, and it's a finicky.
I mean, you got to cook my dad cooks prime rib for
like
us.
4 hours,
It's like
though?
4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, and it's like there's a way to do it because it's supposed to be, you know, rare looking.
Yeah, you got to go get it from the butcher. It's packed with salt usually.
Yeah. They're unbelievable.
Yeah, but if you cook it wrong, you just wasted
100%. It's $200, $300 or whatever they cost. Like they're not cheap either. So you're like, okay, we better get this right. Then they're also like, well, you know, I have a propane oven. Does that matter? Like the heat different? You know, like blah blah blah. So anyway, that's what we're doing. Thanks for listening. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you to our sponsors. McGilvery Environmental, M4 CPA, Idaho Central Credit Union. Thank you.